it's an interesting challenge when the place that you work is a foundation of a piece of society, right? So the positive is that there is a huge amount of positive energy, empathy towards the company from employees, but from customers, government officials, et cetera. So everybody kind of knows Xerox. They know it's been around for a long time. They kind of like it. The problem with it is that it's fixed in a place and time in those people's minds. It's fixed around a set of technologies, around their fathers or grandfathers or grandmothers owning a share of stock. And so there's a whole bunch of history about the company that is so long gone from the current players that it's kind of irrelevant to the current players, but it's very relevant to the people who are talking to the current players. And what we have to do, particularly the leadership team, but all of the company has to do is remember the things that were really great about the company, that are really great about the company, the things that made it as good as it is, as important in people's lives as it became, but be willing to throw it all out and create a new self. And the people inside the company have as much difficulty with that as the people outside the company do. And this is where leadership comes in. It's a delicate balance, right? To try to tear down things, even good things, right? So you got a great building, it looks beautiful, but retrofitting it is too expensive. So you may have to tear the whole thing, the whole innards out, keep the shell the same. It's very similar to a company. So it's a piece of good news and a piece of bad news as well. The good news about speaking to other leaders about any business, doesn't matter, the office cleaning business to the, NASA, right? Is that the people make the biggest amount of difference. And that your leadership team in particular, you have to make sure that you have a team of people that when you add them together makes almost a perfect person. And no individual would make a perfect person, but you can actually see each other's blind spots, that you can kind of see around corners. It's really important to have a great team in any endeavor. I have tried early in my career. I thought I was amazingly capable of doing a great amount of work, huge amount of work. And I was very smart. And I knew a lot about it. And I remember once the CEO of the company, Paul Lair at the time, I was his assistant, his executive assistant, and I was traveling with him, and he asked me about somebody. I said, I could do that guy's job better than he, and for like half the money. And we were sitting next to each other, and he said to me, but you couldn't. And I said, why? He said, because you haven't earned the right to do that yet, and the organization hasn't given you that right. And what you have to do with team members is make sure that they earn the right to get respect and followership, and it's the most important thing that you can do about change. The second is fast is better than slow, almost in all circumstances. Not speedy, not like driving recklessly, but the longer you take to actually peel the Band-Aid off generally, the more painful it is. So just the fastest you can do is just rip it off, right? And the slowest you can do is somewhere in between is better than either. And I just think it's important that we don't you don't operate so slowly. And then the third, and this is aligned with the second around this whole thing called impatience. What happens when you are long in a company or long in the world? It doesn't have to be the company. You see things and you go, well, that's just the way it is. That's the way it is. It's been that way forever. We still can't get water to people who need clean water. It's going to always be that way. We still can't get food to people who are hungry. It's going to be that way. We still can't get a bill out with no errors in Xerox. I mean, I'm just making it up. We can't actually do that. But pick some business problem. It's going to be that way forever. And this idea, I'm just crazy maniacal on this whole impatience around why. So why? Let's at least write down that this is a problem that somebody, maybe Einstein is needed to solve it, but it's a problem. So can we just list it? And if we look at it every single day and have to talk about it once a month, we're going to get so annoyed with it. One day we're going to fix this thing, probably sooner than you think. And the amount of grit in a system of these small forgivenesses for inefficiency, for the status quo is what I think gucks up everything. So if you can get rid of these small little gritty things, they also will help you be a good company, a better company.